Hello, hello, and welcome to another edition of Soul-icious, the show that's everything about soul. That's soul music, soul food, soul clothes, and most definitely soul attitude. Today's guest is a wonderful entrepreneur, singer. I don't know, so many things. She does so many things. We're going to get into a few of them today. And she's a friend of mine that we rarely see each other, but when we do, it's always fun. And now I'd like to introduce her to you. Please put your hands and your hearts together for Janet Dawkins. Hey, Jan.
Hi, Reggie. Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction. Wow.
Well, I tried to put you in a nice light, as they say. Cool. So how have you been doing this, the C19?
The crazy times.
Yeah.
Sitting in front of my computer, I think.
Really, huh? That's where you spend most of your time?
We haven't got not that many gigs at the moment, so...
it's a bit...
Use your brain somewhere else, and so I have other things that I like to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I was talking to someone the other day about artists. I think we kind of have the upper hand as far as mobility, doing things, because normally, say it was working this way for a long time, we kind of have the ability to do the MacGyver and
adjustments.
Whereas you have other people that are like this, and it's like, oh my God, that's not working anymore. What do I do? What do I do? Where do I go? Who do I see? I need therapy.
Fear factor.
Yeah, I guess so. So we're gonna dive right into it because the show is only an hour, and I want my audience to know as much about you as they can.
Okay.
As you would like to reveal. Let's put it like that.
So let's start, huh?
Okay. So now I know you.
Yeah.
As a songstress, a singer, extraordinaire, and pretty much like you say on your website, you sing how you feel. And I know you got that quote from Ella, but it's all good, So, you sing how you feel. So I know you as a singer, but tell me some other aspects of Janet that may surprise me and the audience.
I studied a little bit of art at college.
Okay.
So I used to like to draw.
Okay.
And now I've started that again, and and surface printing, which I love, which is great.
What is that, by the way?
That's just Adobe Illustrator.
Okay.
But you're designing, and that takes a lot of time.
Right.
That's a lot of fun as well.
Okay. So you went to school for that, right? Didn't you go to school for, what was it, design? What did I read? Design?
Fashion design.
Fashion design. So when we're talking fashion design, are we only talking clothing? Or are we talking whatever you got your hands on, or what?
No, just clothing.
Okay.
But at the moment, with this other thing I'm doing, that's just another spectrum of everything.
Okay.
Which is fun.
Okay. So was it clothing for women only, or men, or both, or?
For women.
Okay.
Men's clothing, that just takes too much effort.
Does it take too much effort? Okay.
For making it's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think the other way. I would think women, because they want this up just a little right, it has to be exact, and no, it's easier.
The structure of a man's jacket is amazing. What goes into it to make it perfect, to make it sit perfectly.
Okay.
Just stick to the ladies. I mean, yeah, it looks beautiful, and you have to have an idea, but yeah.
So take me back to London. Take me back. I read somewhere that, heard through the grapevine, as they say, that you kind of already had the bug, the itch, the scratch, and you were doing all those things at 4 years old. So you were really getting into you didn't know it at that time, but
Nope.
you were, doing your thing in front of, and I have a story with that too, but yeah, go ahead.
No, I had no idea. It was just fun at the time. I started singing for my mother.
Okay.
On the stairs in the house.
Okay.
I remember that. I loved that house, and we just had these wonderful stairs that we used to slide down as well. You know. But used to stand
Okay.
there singing, thinking I was Shirley Bassey
Right.
for instance.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
which was fun.
Cool. And so you got introduced to this music through your mother, or
I don't know.
you don't remember? Okay.
You know, I've always been listening to music, and in England, because of the different varieties of music,
Mhm.
I listen to classical music.
Okay.
You hear country music.
Okay.
You hear jazz and
Right.
everything. And later in life, I got a tape deck from a friend of my mother's,
Cool.
a neighbor.
Okay.
And Ella Fitzgerald, every time we say goodbye.
Wow.
I played that forever until the machine broke.
Wow.
Loved
Wow.
it. And my mother had one of these old record players.
Uh-huh.
She was a Jim Reeves fan.
Yeah, gotcha.
So yeah, I didn't listen to Jim Reeves. I listened to Lulu and
Okay.
a little bit of eine kleine Nachtmusik, you know,
Okay.
a little bit of classical music. But
Okay.
yeah, that was fun. And
Okay.
Beatles, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know,
course,
otherwise you
those
would probably
guys.
lose your card in England if you didn't listen to the Beatles, or at least say that you
Exactly.
did. You know.
Well, I did.
But
I was a fan.
what was your favorite Beatles song, if you could pick one, or because there's many?
When you ask me that immediately, I say Yesterday.
Ah, okay.
I mean, and there's another one, And I Love Her.
Mm-hmm.
That's really one of their early songs, which
Uh-huh.
I love. That's a gorgeous song.
Okay. Did you ever record at Abbey?
No,
Did you ever go there?
nope, never. You know, I never thought about music as such like that.
Okay.
It's just a thing that I did, and it wasn't an intentional thing. This is a by accident thing, music.
Okay.
It's not intentional.
That's interesting. Let's go there, actually. So, music really wasn't your first love.
Mm-mm.
Was
Well, it was a part of my life, but not my first love.
So was it like,
It
was
was
it in the
just
top
there.
three? Or it just happened
Well,
and come
it
to
was
your doorstep one day and
No,
just...
you know when something's just a part of you.
Okay.
It's just there. I used to write songs like with 11 years old. I was writing love songs and things like that, and I still remember the first song I wrote with
Right.
11, 12, you know, in this age. And
Right.
so yeah, if you remember lyrics, then it's interesting.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And listening to songs, you know, from Carl Anderson,
Yes.
you know, just to practice.
Right.
And Bill Withers,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know, just for the breath.
Exactly.
Lovely
Absolutely.
day. you had.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I practiced and watch TV, silent TV and music.
Okay. That was so you'd have the TV on silent,
Yeah.
on you know, like off, like mute, if
Mhm.
you will, and what you would.
Music.
Wow.
And then I was just singing to the songs and, yeah.
That's interesting because when I was a kid, you know, we had the turntable at home,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just sit in our, was it the living room? I guess it was the living
Mhm.
room, and it would just be me and the Temptations,
Mm-hmm.
me and Marvin Gaye,
Cool.
me and Aretha Franklin.
Yep.
You know, and we would be together as many times as I wanted to. It was like
Mhm.
it was like a kid in a candy shop
Yep.
with all of this. And for 2 years, Janet, I did not sing a note. I didn't even attempt.
Mm-hmm.
I just absorbed everything with
Yeah.
my ears, absorbed everything. And then there was a point that, I don't know if it happened to you like this, but there was a point that said, I can do this. And I opened my mouth and I started singing.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not saying that I sound like a bird, or, you know, in the beginning or whatever, but it was like, it felt a bit more natural because for me, I had heard these voices for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like we had known each other. We knew each other, you know.
Familiarity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you know. So, I can definitely appreciate that.
Mhm.
So, how long did you stay in London before you came to Switzerland? Or was Switzerland your first stop?
No, I went to Italy.
Okay.
Oh, so no, Switzerland and then Italy because we came over here to do a gig with the band.
Okay.
Because I came to England to do recordings, so we did backing vocals, and they said, "Hey, come over and take a look." And I thought,
Right.
well, you know, I'm only going to be in Switzerland one time, so I thought
No, that's
it's a nice visit. Yeah, why not? And myself and another singer, we did that,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, and history is, yeah.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So it's like, is England now what, second home, you would say? Or will always be your first home, or just second home?
It's second because I think I've lived most of my life here,
Mhm.
the adult
Mhm.
part, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Oh, cool. So I wanted to ask you this because I know you're one of the sought after singers that, you know, when artists, for example, when from America, they come here, there's always this clique, I call them clique,
Mhm.
that, you know, a circle of singers that get asked
Mhm.
to do backing
Yeah.
for these singers. And I know periodically you're one of those singers, from what I know.
Mhm.
You can say or yes or no.
Ooh.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, there was a time.
There was a time, yeah.
There was a time. Okay,
It was
so
fun.
right. So my question to you is that, yes, you can do the backing,
Mhm.
but are you more comfortable? Do you feel more, how can I say, more alive, more present, doing backing, or being the front person singing? Or does it matter to you?
I think I think it depends on the artist. Because when you're totally enjoying yourself being a backing vocalist,
Mhm.
and just, you know,
You're cool with
the
that?
whole, yeah.
Okay.
There's no ego problem or
Right.
I want to be there. No, I think it's nice.
Yeah. But that's not, okay. I got that.
Mhm.
That's not what. But that's not really what I'm asking.
Mhm.
I'm asking, okay, that you're comfortable in that space, but you're also comfortable in as a lead singer because you're a lead singer.
Mhm.
You're a lead vocalist. I guess that kind of answers the question. But you're comfortable in both spaces.
Mhm.
But do you feel that as a lead singer, do you feel that brings more? Do you feel you can you allow yourself to expand or expound more as a lead vocalist as opposed to a backing vocalist?
I think different situations. I don't think it's always the same. Sometimes you have to just you're there performing, but
Okay.
you know everything around is busy. So, and there are days when people are actually sitting
Mm.
and receiving, and
Mm.
you give your best, and then when you're finished, even if it's like 2 hours, at the end of the day, when you've given your best and you feel happy,
Mm-hmm.
then you're totally, there's no energy. You just go home
Right,
and you just,
right.
that's it.
Right. Now, would you consider yourself as a person that when she hits the stage, she just does her job and thank you very much, good night?
Mhm.
Are you the type of person that does her job, but also you have fun interacting with the audience?
I have fun. I mean, it's really cool. I think if you're really happy when the band is happy and people see that, you can also relate to the people as well and talk to them. And
Mm.
when we do concerts, not just a gig, but when we're doing concerts and then you're on stage and you have to
Mm.
talk to the people, then it's a really nice moment.
Mm.
You can relate to them and they smile and they laugh when you're talking to them.
Right.
So everybody's interacting, and
Absolutely.
that's the way it should be. When you're giving a concert, then it's a nice feeling. I love that.
Yeah, I find that it's more family oriented, if you
Mhm.
will. You know what I mean? And
It's great.
It's to me, it's the best thing because everybody is kind of raised up to that excitement experience, that
Mhm.
that experience of actually being in a room where the feeling is genuine and you embrace it, and wow, and things that have go on,
Mhm.
unexpected things
Mhm.
that and you say, wow, that really felt good. I didn't expect that. I want more of that, kind of thing.
That's
So-
spontaneity.
Yeah, this
And
is
it
true.
has to be like that.
This is true. I like a cordless mic. I don't know about you, and I know you
I have
do
a
different.
cordless mic.
You do that also
Normally,
because I
yeah.
like to go to the audience. Do you? I don't.
Not all the time. really depends on the place, and then it depends on what kind of shoes I'm wearing as well. And what the stairs are like, and if there's something to hold on to go down the stairs, then maybe it's okay. I do that slowly.
Okay. Now I have, like I said, I did a little research about you, and you played some pretty well-known places. Wimbledon,
Wembley.
Excuse me. See,
No problem.
you know, as an American, pardon my for my American jumping out of my mouth.
That's
No,
okay. Wembley, yeah.
Okay, Wembley. Please continue to tell me where you perform before I put another foot in my
Wembley
mouth.
Arena, Hammersmith Odeon, Birmingham NEC,
Okay.
places like Manchester and a few other places. Yep.
Okay. Cool. And some of the maybe artists' names that maybe other people, maybe the audience
I
might
really won't
know.
know some of these guys because I did like with an indie band, a British indie band.
Okay.
They were called View from the Hill, and they were working with Alexander O'Neill,
Okay.
which was great. And there was another cool singer. She was from New Zealand, and then she suddenly disappeared. And Sunny Southern, her name was. But the fact that we had the opportunity to go to all of these places and just just enjoy.
Cool. Are you more of a person that enjoys 5,000 as opposed to 500 or five? Or what I'm asking is that are you familiar? Do you enjoy more that intimate setting? That's how I see you a little bit. You enjoy that intimate setting, although you can do the big setting. I don't know. What do you say?
I think with the more intimate setting, people you can relate to. You can say hi to people. You can share a joke with people. They're closer to the band, so they hear what the band is moaning about or the comments from the band. And so, I think an intimate. I mean, I've done both. It's been great. It's just two different atmospheres. Just everything is different, but. An intimate situation.
It's more personal, right? It's more. You feel like you're more in contact with the people, even if you can't like touch them. You don't touch nobody this time, but you know, if with the time that we could touch people, you know, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
You touch their hearts. Come on.
There you go. Absolutely. I say it all the time. I wrote this poem called, and the name of it is actually the poem. Heart knows heart, and that's my focus. Anytime I'm on the stage. Or off the stage. Right now, I'm just looking at your heart. Other parts of you are moving, but I'm really just talking to your heart. So it's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the heart and it's the emotion, and that's
right.
where you have to. I mean, touch people, affect people. They know what's going on, and they feel what you're feeling at that point. Because when you're performing a song, you have to kind of give. That emotion. You can't just sing a song, because I hate people who just sing songs.
I'm telling you.
That's not very nice. Just it's like reading from a piece of paper.
Right.
You have to feel it.
I tell people you need to, singers that really want to sing, that really want to perform, in order to really touch the audience, you need to embody what you're singing. Really live what you're singing. Even if it's not about you, even if you've never lived it.
Doesn't have to be about you.
Doesn't have to be about you.
Understand the words.
There you go. So speaking of that, speaking of embodying songs and giving vibes, good vibes and everything, can we sing a little bit of something? That's a yes, I guess. So we're going to do it like this. This is the first time on Soulicious, all right, that I've ever done this before, okay? This is not really called a sing-off, but it's going to kind of feel like one. So it's going to work like this, okay? I'll sing a little bit of a song that just comes to my mind, and you sing a little bit of a song that comes to your mind, and we'll go back and forth, maybe 3 songs or something like that. Not the whole song, because we don't know how much the audience can take. You know, so
Yep.
so yeah, let's wet the whistle. Let's wet the whistle. Okay. So, as I told you, I was in the living room as a kid, and this is one of the songs that actually came to me.
Okay, so I'm going to put my headphones on now.
I guess so. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I've been loving you too long, and I don't want to stop now. No. That's it.
Wow. You know what came to mind because that was so sad?
It was so sad.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. And when it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, got even the shake. Ooh, boy, this is what did I invite myself into? Okay, let's keep it rolling. Let's see. Very superstitious. Writings on the wall. Very superstitious. Hey. The ladder's about to fall. When you believe in things you don't understand, you're gonna suffer. Superstition ain't the way.
Wow.
Hey.
Oh, what a comeback. I got no comeback.
Bring it. Bring it. You're on Soulicious. Bring it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go in another direction now.
Okay.
There's a hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of who you are. There's an answer. If you reach into your soul, all the emptiness you had will melt away. Yeah.
I think we should move on to other things now. You okay?
Bring it, baby.
Okay, all right. Wow, it's like 1,000 songs. Let's see. Okay, it's got to be fast going. Okay. Give you one of my own. Debut. What's on your mind? Hey, I've been watching you all the time, standing in line, waiting for the next one to go by. Did he treat you bad? Or did he make you feel lonely and sad? Come tell me what's on your mind. Come here, tell me what's on your mind.
Wow.
It's a Reggie original.
That was very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice indeed.
Thank you.
Wow, I'm flabbergasted.
Just a couple more.
Ooh. Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I want to cry a little. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor every time we say goodbye. goodbye.
So, as I said, I think we should. Well, in this first time, sing off, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just saying this as a host, but I would say it even if I wasn't, we're not the host. And the winner is Janet Dawkins. Although I feel like a winner too.
Exactly.
Because, you know, I got a chance to really experience it, you know. And, you know, hey, sometimes,
that was fun. Come
sometimes, you know, pain feels like pleasure, or pleasure feels like. We won't go there. But
Exactly. Yes. Food for thought.
food for thought. So, speaking of music, speaking of artists,
Mm-hmm.
let's go to the focused artists, or the focused artist as I call. Every soul issues, I have a focused artist. And today, we chose a focused artist, which is Ella Fitzgerald. So tell me how she's influenced you in your music or musical career.
I sing jazz, but I wouldn't say I'm a jazz singer. I like to sing. End of story.
Okay.
I sing variations. And for me, I listen to a lot of songs, but the first song I really listened to that I played over and over again, like I said, this was on this tape deck,
Exactly.
was Ella Fitzgerald. Every time we said goodbye, I fell in love with that song.
Mm.
And, you know, I played it until the machine broke.
Right.
And when you follow the history of her, Ella itself, and I mean, well, the things that she went through, and to be such a brilliant performer, to bring what she brought to us all, also the influences, because every time there's an influence, but you know, we have there were the likes of Billie Holiday as well,
Exactly.
but she was more, you know, Ella was more the commercial one, the lady who opened,
Right.
you know, because Billie had so many demons, beautiful lady, but with many demons, and then you see Ella, and there are so many other singers that I've listened to. She's not the only one, but for me, she just left the biggest influence. Just, you know, I listened to a lot, and I even started my Ella Fitzgerald CD collection, you know, a CD.
Okay. Okay.
So
All
I
right.
have a big amount there with the different bands she played with, and recently I watched a little documentary. And
Okay.
it's really weird. She was good friends with Marilyn Monroe.
Get out.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And,
Wow.
yeah. And I thought it's really cool what Marilyn did. She there was a club that they weren't accepting people coming in, certain
Absolutely.
people.
Yeah.
And Marilyn said, if you don't let her in, I ain't coming in. And I thought that's so beautiful. Things that aren't, you know, these things aren't talked about, these things aren't mentioned sometimes. That there is a bond, you know, between these
Absolutely.
different artists,
Absolutely.
you know. And I just found that interesting. And that's one of the things that stay with me at the moment, you know, after watching that little documentary. But Ella, amazing lady, and it's sad she didn't realize how sick she was, you know, with the diabetes, and it actually taking her life away a little bit faster than, you know.
Right. Right.
She, you know, who knows, she could have lasted a little bit longer.
True.
But
Yeah, but the thing is that I always look at people like that as you know, I look at them in the light of actually what they have contributed to society,
a lot.
you know, and a lot of people you find like that, they seem to go before their time, but they've done so much in the little time that they were here, you know, that will last much longer than they could ever live.
That's true. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
So in that respect, you know, let's flip the script a little bit, kind of, sort of. You kind of touched on it, and I'd like to know your view, your take on the voice of someone that has a platform, whether you're an artist, or whether you're, I don't know, truck driver, whatever. If you have any kind of platform, as you know, the things that are going on in the States and also around, that's kind of catching fire around the world. I'll put it to you like this. There have been talk show hosts that have told basketball players, shut up and dribble. Stay in your lane. How do you feel about that? Do you feel that artists, since we're artists, do you feel that artists or anyone else should just stay in their lane if they feel strongly about something? Do you think they should just keep their mouths shut? Or do you think they should talk, protest, make some noise, use their platform to make a statement? What do you feel about that? How do you
There are
feel?
people who can make a statement because they have that power, actually. Then I think they're allowed to. They are allowed to. I mean, I've seen what's going on, and sometimes it's nerve-wracking, and it's sad that people still have to do that now. It shouldn't be allowed. People should be open to things, and people should be allowed to change lanes, because life is not one straight road.
It's not one-dimensional.
No. Of course, there's, the possibility of going left or right. And I said this to my daughter: would you go left or right, or would you go straight? And if you go straight, there are always curves in that road, and you're allowed to go in those curves, but just don't go to one side without knowing what's going on the other side. And when you go down that middle road, and there's curves and there's circles and everything, you find out a lot more. And don't be narrow-minded. You have to understand what's going on around you. You have to understand people. You have to understand cultures. And if you don't understand cultures, then, now's the time to say, okay, maybe I should learn about that person before I can label them or criticize them. Yeah. But I'm not a political person. I'm not the one to say that. I think if I had been a politician, I would not be here at this point.
Probably not. But the thing is that going again along the lines of what you were saying about using your voice to better the world, you find people that are, I don't know, they consider themselves introverts, and they say, well, okay, I really do feel this way. I feel just as strong as that person that's talking loud and using their platform. But I'm just gonna give them some water when they get tired of talking, so they can keep talking, because they're saying exactly what I would say. How do you feel about that? Having someone up to say something, but you feel just as strong about the situation. But I'm not saying you personally, but I'm just saying, but the person doesn't reach out or doesn't say anything because they are basically it's out of fear of something, fear of losing something, and that fear of losing something may not even be justified. They may not even lose what they think they're going to lose. They may actually gain something, in a positive way. Again, one last time, do you feel that if that person, well, you kind of answered it, but if that person really feels, wants to use their platform and really go out, it shouldn't matter what the naysayers say, right? They should go out and do it.
Yeah, if they feel like it. I mean, for me, if you do that, you also have to think of your family, because then you're dragging your family into something which they you know, maybe they want to be a part of it, maybe they don't want to be a part of it.
Mm.
And then, you know, it's just looking out for your family as well. It's not only about you personally.
Gotcha.
As this
Understand.
person, you have to think,
Understandable.
okay, well, if I do this, it's going to affect this person and this person. It's going to affect my child,
Mm.
you know, and from that point of view, you have to weigh up the good and the bad of everything. And it's not being afraid for yourself.
Mm.
You know, that's the most important thing. If you're going to say something, it's not being afraid for yourself, but you have to think of the consequences of what is going on around you.
Mhm. Mhm.
And if you don't have that power as the normal person, you're going to be beaten down quite quickly, and
Mm.
shut up quite quickly.
Mm.
So, you know, there's so much you can do, and then and when you're at that line, then you have to think, well, do I want to go further? Because, you know, I have my family there, and do I want to drag them into this?
Mm.
Do I want to get them mixed up in this?
Mm.
So it's a bit back and forth.
Right. Let me, I won't say push back, but let me
Mhm.
add something to that. You said that you're not political.
Mm-hmm.
And I know where you're coming from. I know what you mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
But don't you think just living in this world that we're living in,
Mm-hmm.
we're all political? Yeah. In some way or another. I'm not talking about you're for
Mhm.
that person, this person, that.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're all caught up in
We're
it.
caught up in the politics
And
anyway,
this is what
because
I'm
our,
saying.
our lives are run by politics, by politicians.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
In that respect, we're
Mhm.
all political.
Mhm.
We're not, maybe not, not everybody likes to talk about politics or,
Yep.
or get into that.
Mhm.
But in some way or another, the political aspect affects everyone's life,
Mm-hmm.
no matter where you are in the world.
Yep.
So
Like it's doing now.
we ain't gonna call no names, but, but yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I was talking to my mother, about different situations and stuff like that, and I kind of posed to her. I said, isn't it ironic that some of the exact things
Mm-hmm.
that you were protesting about back in your day,
Mm-hmm.
people protesting about today.
Yep. Doesn't
The
go
same
away.
way, huh?
Doesn't go away.
Isn't that amazing, though?
Mhm.
I mean, to me, that says something is not right. Something must not be right.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, for example, going to therapy
Yep.
for a certain, whatever, maybe not a certain, maybe many things that you're trying to, fix in your mind and your heart. But so many years have passed, and you're still going to therapy for these same issues. It's time to get a new therapist, or
Some things can't be cured, or you need to change the doctor.
which goes to what I want to say right now. It's not about the individual. It's about the system that the individual is in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you can expound on that if you like. The way that I see it, as long as the system,
Mm-hmm.
any funky system, and I'm not talking about funk, but any really bad system that that is not really for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
if that isn't fixed, not just adjusted a little bit, I mean fixed for everybody, it doesn't matter who is elected, it doesn't matter. You might have somebody that goes into office or whatever
Mhm.
with good intentions. But once they get into that system, they're going to come out the other end like, who are you?
I think most politicians go with good intentions. It starts off that way. But there's so much going on backstage, let's put it that way. There is a lot of things going on backstage that they have to kind of catch up on that. And when they catch up on it and when they understand it, it's not as easy or smooth going as it seems. we never see what's going on behind closed doors. We only see what is supposed to be projected to the people, what we are supposed to understand or not understand. Then, there are the people who listen, and it's difficult, the people who don't fully understand politics.
Right, exactly.
They're going to be led.
Right.
And there are those of us who understand the politics a little bit too much. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really, in order for long-lasting change, it's going to have to be generational. And that's a whole other thing. So we have our first question of tonight.
Oh, wow.
And it comes from, is it Christophos? I guess it's Chris. Yeah, I'll call you Chris. Yeah, what is Ella Fitzgerald's legacy for artists today? What would you say?
Wow. I think there's so much vocally of what her performances, how she used her voice, just being that woman on stage and doing what she did is, for me, I have so many pictures of her in my head to the point just before she passed away, and wow. It's hard to say. There's so many things for me about her.
Yeah.
That I can't really put one finger on it. It's just a lot of different small things for me that made me curious. And she, from childhood to now, I still love her.
I think for me, when I think of Ella Fitzgerald, first thing that comes to my mind is not her singing, though I love her singing, loved and still love to hear her singing. What comes to my mind is her sincerity, how she put that realness in the voice, that she was almost like a Picasso.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That the singing was, the oil painting that you can't see.
Right.
You just felt it.
Absolutely. You could have been blind and
yeah. Exactly, with her scatting. I mean, my goodness me, come on.
I mean, please,
No one. I mean, there are people who copy, but there's no one who can overtake that.
No. You can emulate, but you can't imitate.
Yeah.
No, you can try to emulate, but you can't.
Exactly.
But yeah, and did you ever get a chance to see, maybe not Ella, but did you ever get a chance to see any of the artists that inspired you in some way?
No. Well, I mean, my other lady that I like, I mean, people won't maybe not know her, is Barbra Streisand.
People may not know
may
her,
not know
Bob.
her. Yeah,
Jeez,
Barbara.
No. I know her. I hope my audience knows her too, Barbra Streisand. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God. Phew. Talking about a voice that could crack a whatever.
Exactly.
Jeez. Wow. And that sincerity also, and that believability, if that's a word. You believe every word she says, every word she was singing, every lyric you believed, and she was present in every lyric. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love artists like that, and like I said, I've been to a few of your concerts, and I'm an observer, amongst other things. I'm an observer, and as I was looking at you, I remember this one particular time, as I was looking at you, I also kind of like gazed around and I was looking at the audience. And in the beginning, it started off like, okay, we're in Switzerland, people gonna start, you go and it's like, you are the background entertainment of the day. And then once you started like singing, and it's like your voice pierced their, for lack of a better word, illusion of wherever they were and say, oh, there's something going on and I should really pay attention, you know. And once they listen, they really listen. And it was almost like you had them mesmerized in the sense that just your appearance and your voice, and it was just, yeah, it's captivating, you know. And I stayed the whole time, not just because I wanted to talk to you after the show. I really enjoyed the show. I really, really enjoyed the show. Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, you have a daughter, and she is. Do you think, in one way or another, would she be following in your footsteps, kind of, sort of, in some aspect? Are there some elements?
There are some elements.
Yeah. You don't want to discuss them.
There are some elements. I mean, she has something, and if she wants to tap into it, then
Okay.
I'm there. I don't force her. I don't think you need to force a child, but she, you know, she's a young lady and she does her thing, and
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. I
I'll
met
let
her.
her
and
do that
she's-
freely.
Absolutely. Wonderful, wonderful young lady. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Good head on her shoulders, you know, and, you know, smile as great as her mom's, and, you know.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. So, are you ready for a second round?
Oh wow. Okay.
See, I'm just inspired. I'm just like, you know, I'm just sparring here. I'm just like,
my,
you know.
my headphones.
I'm just you know, it was, what was it, are you into boxing a little bit? Not saying personally, not asking to be hit. I'm just saying, are you into boxing? Do you know?
I know a little bit. My cousins. I had 4 cousins who were boxing. So, but I couldn't watch it all the time.
Now I'm gonna pose this name to you
Yes.
because he's the English king of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And in America, we would say Anthony Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
But I know in England, you say Anthony Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Anthony Joshua?
Yeah.
Woo! I feel like Anthony Joshua right now. I don't know who you feel like.
Right.
But go ahead. Okay. Since I'm the host,
Yes.
I will let you start first. You have the floor.
Wow. Now you made that so difficult for me.
No, come on.
I don't know why this song is in my head.
Let it out.
Okay. Love me or leave me, let me be lonely. You won't believe me, but I love you only. I'd rather be unhappy than with somebody else. You might find the night time's the right time for kissing. My time is my time for just reminiscing.
Wow, you know, yeah. I think you know a little bit about boxing too. Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's see. Oh man. I found love on a two-way street and left it on a lonely highway. Love on a two-way street and left it on a lonely highway. Ooh, true love will never die.
Okay. Yeah. I have a black eye now.
You didn't see that coming.
No, exactly.
I didn't either, because I'm just, You really want to
That
come out now?
uppercut,
It's like-
you know, came over, yeah.
You really want to come out now?
Now you say you're sorry, and just to prove it's true, come on and cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Now you say you love me, and just to prove you do, well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you.
I think I need a towel. Can I can I get some water?
Got a glass of water.
All right. Okay. You're gonna go there. Okay. You got me with a body shot. All right. I wasn't expecting that. You and I must make a pact, yeah. We must bring salvation back. Are you listening? Where there is love, Reg is there. I'll reach out my hand to you. I'll be the strength in all you do. Oh, whenever you need me, I'll be there. And don't you know, Janet, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Just call my name. What's my name? And I'll be there. Wow.
Okay.
We can stop anytime you like.
Right. Okay. Looking out in the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. And when I couldn't face another day, yeah, boy, I felt so tired. Before the day I met you, Reggie, I didn't know what I was living for, but you held the key to the door. You made me feel, you made me feel, you made me feel like a natural woman. Oh, now, oh, baby, what you done to me?
You're just gonna leave me like that? That's like a free falling, like, I think that's a net. Oh my God, there's no net. Whew, my God. It wouldn't be fair to leave you like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I gotta do something for all of the people out there.
You can repeat something as well.
No. Let's see. Mother, there's too many of you crying. I say, brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today, oh. Picket lines. I'm getting the words wrong.
It's okay. Let it come from the heart.
What's going on? That's it.
Just as I was getting into it, you know? Come on. Wow.
Right on.
Right on, man.
Right, we got a couple more. You do one, I do one, and you finish it off.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry about this. At last, my love has come along.
Tell the truth.
My lonely days are over. And life is like a song. Oh, yeah, yeah. At last, the skies above are blue.
Yes, they are.
My heart is wrapped in clover. The night I looked at you.
I'm still I'm still dodging here. I'm like, all right, okay. Last one for me. Last one. Short one. All right. I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through. I get those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to be the one with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us, yeah. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. We're building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. All right.
Wow.
It's okay.
Oh, wow.
All right, what you gonna hit me with?
I even forgot the song I wanted to do now. It's okay. Ooh. Brain function.
Sorry, I don't know that song. I know leg,
Leg, okay.
foot, torso.
Well, let's just do a jazz one. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Why won't you fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore? You are all I long for, all I worship and adore.
You ever been in one of those cars with the top down and you're going like 200 miles an hour?
Yeah, but anyway.
That's how I feel right now. It's like you just singing and just like. Dear Janet, this has been amazing. I hope you've had a wonderful time.
It's been fun. Thank you.
I told you it's going to be fun. The hour's up.
Wow.
Told you it's going to be fast. And I know you had so much more you wanted to tell me.
Exactly.
But for my audience, you're gonna have to hear it in the after show. So, like I said, it's been greater than I thought it would be, and I really thought it would really be good, really, really good. And as I have, as I mentioned in the in your Facebook, on the flyer, whatever, I said, please join me on Soulicious to hear the lady of flow, the lady with flow. I think I said the lady with flow.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't think I lied. If anything, I didn't say enough, So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you again. And I'm looking forward to maybe one day gracing a stage somewhere with you.
That would be great.
Cool.
Thank you for being such a lovely host.
Well,
Thank you.
I can only do my best. Otherwise, my mom wouldn't. She'd probably disown me if I didn't do my best. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you also for joining us on another edition of Soulicious, where all of your dreams, I'm sure with this hour, must have really come true, because all of mine did too. And until next time, please join me every Monday from 8 to 9 o'clock, CET time. And I'm going to have more fabulous guests, more interesting stories, things that are going to fulfill your life. And please don't forget to write in, comment, let me know how you're feeling. Until next time, stay safe, be happy. Peace, one love. Soulicious. Reggie out. Yeah.